Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today we're going to do a little bit of junk journaling. I'm going to make a couple of tags. Last week we made tags and I enjoyed it so much that there's one of them there. I put it in this journal. So that was the tag from last week, along with a game themed one. So a travel one and a game themed one. And this week we are going to make tags similar to this one, with some packaging, some corrugated cardboard, some paper, and a little bit of scrap fabric, and a little bit of a fabric tag up the top there, and an image from the Collage Soup book. So we'll put a couple together, and we stitched round the edge and added a little bit of a sentiment. And I do love the muted colours, the greys and silvery colour, and I thought it worked perfectly in this background with the wallpapery type page that's in this journal. This is the journal that I was gifted from Di down in Australia. Di is My Enchanted Journals. You should look her up on YouTube. She does some lovely, lovely things. So anyway, let's get on. I've got some prepped here. And so this is the bits. So just from a box, and you can just wet the top layer and it will peel off eventually. Or what I do sometimes is, once I've wet it, if it's a wee bit stubborn, I just use my pokey tool and go through the grooves, and you can just lift up the paper like that. It's a little bit time consuming, but I don't take all the paper off. I just take some down around the edges just to give it that kind of look of corrugated paper. I've also got this. This came in a package. I can't remember what. Oh, it was my new stand for my camera. And I thought, oh, I've not seen that before. Tear up bits of that. So we've got some of that as well. So there's the cardboard, and then the papers I'm using. These are the free, well, they're not free because you bought the magazine, but that Stampington, what's it called? The other one, Studio, Somerset Studio. You get papers free and they just tear out, and so you get, I think, maybe 4 papers in the month in the magazine just to tear out. So I've torn them all out and I've used one of them for the background, and I've used my images. Let me just put that down there, and it's Snow Biz I'm using today, Collage Soup. I think I gave you a wee quick look at this the other day. So yeah, so the one I did was like one of these images, and I've got a doggy one to do and a little cute girl. So that's where the images have come from. So I've got my 2 little prepared tags here. So we've got this cutie and this, oh, little pooch, all snuggled up for the winter. So let's do the doggy one first, why not? And I'm just strengthening, the paper is fairly thick, but I'm just strengthening it, just using some of my craft card just to make the tag base. And I'm just going to use my glue stick, which is a Pritt stick. I just like to go around all the edges first, and then a little scoop up the middle. Now, which way round will we do it? I think we'll put that black at the top there. That's quite... This is not quite the right size, but we'll just make it the right size. We'll give it a little craft cardboard border. I think I cut it so that there would be a border, so that's fine. I'll just make it tag shaped, and this is quite handy because there's a grid on the back, and I'm going to go 3 along and 5 down. Yep, 3 along and 5 down. There we are. Good. So the other thing I was wanting to do, which I did on the one that I made, was add a little bit of white paint to the corrugated cardboard. It just, I think it just lifts it a wee bit. Just, ooh, oh, that came out all of a sudden there. Just going to use my finger. I'm just going to touch the top a wee bit just to catch some bits. Move that out of the way. Right, let's see. Now, before we stick anything down, I want to take it to the machine and do the edge. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim that brown craft edge off, because I'm really not liking that, because it's not the same size all the way around. It's all a bit crooked, so we'll just straighten it all up. And that is better. Oh, that went flying there. That's a better looking thing. Don't know what I was thinking that wee border would look nice. So we've got our little tab for the top. We'll get that on before we take it to the machine. And a few bits and bobs to layer up behind our little pooch. Right, that's fine. So while that's drying, we can get our little tag on the top. So we'll just put a little bit of glue there. And a little bit here, because it will be reinforced by the stitching, so we don't need to put much glue, just enough to hold it just now. I think this is a nice wee change, is from having an eyelet and a bit of twine or a bit of ribbon or something. But yeah, so we can take that to the machine. In fact, what I'll do is I'll do the other. Let's just see how that's going to be. Yeah, that's good. So we'll leave that aside. We'll take that one to the machine and do this one. So again, we are not quite the right size. Maybe I didn't have my specs on when I cut this, or when I cut that bit of craft card. Maybe I wasn't quite with it. So we might as well put it to the edge and the corner there, so that we only need to cut one side, or well, two sides. Right, let's just trim that down. Like that. And let's do, oh, now we've lost our 3 and our 5 on that side. So let's do this side and then we can use it because we've cut it, trimmed it down, and now I've got a wee smidgen of a square. So what we can do is we can use that one from that side and just turn it over, and then we'll get the exact same size. If my fingers will work and hold it in place. Right, now I can tell that I'm going just from there to there. So we're going from there. In fact, I'm going to do it this way round. I'm just short of there and just short of there. I could tell by looking at it where it was stopping and starting, so that's fine. And we will just put our little, let's just take some of that off. I don't mind it being a bit hairy thready, but I don't want it too long. So about there, and again a little bit at the back, like that. Let's just give it a wee trim. There we are. And the paint for this one, now, I'm not sure how the paint will go. A little bit of scrap lace I thought could tuck in behind there. Let me think. The paint on this one, well, I've got plenty of it. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Just want to catch. See, the spaces in between here are bigger, and I don't want it to look, well, I don't mind it being too messy, but I don't want a big globs of paint in between, really. Well, let's see. We can always either use the other side or get a fresh bit out. Let's see how that is. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. Okay, so we are going to take these 2 tags to the sewing machine. Okie dokie, so we've got our little tails that we'll cut off but leave a little bit. I do love adding the stitching, but if you don't have a machine, a little bit wonky, if you don't have a machine, a black fine liner pen will do the trick just as well. Right, now decisions have to be made whether we're going low or in the middle. I think we'll go in the middle. So we can put this bit, I've got this little bit of something that I thought might take that bendy bit off because it's bumfold. Is bumfold a word that you use? I'm not sure if bumfold is a Scottish word or if it's used elsewhere. I never quite know. Because we are used to all the words, I don't know if if it's just here, especially if it sounds like a silly word, because we think we own all the silly words. Well, we don't own them, but I think, you know what I mean, they're part of our language, silly words. So sometimes I think, oh, that's a silly word. That might just be ours. I'm just going to move it over a little bit, just so that I can see it a wee bit, rather than it just popping up the top. I quite like to see the edge of it, and I don't mind it coming over the edge there. Let's just try and squeeze that into a spot. Right. And then I want this down the bottom. Maybe hanging over the bottom a little bit. I don't know what this is. It's some sort of, I don't know, some sort of, I'm trying to think of the word, gauze. Some sort of gauze maybe. And we'll put him directly in the middle there. He looks like he's just enjoyed his walk. There. Oh, okay, so we've got some words here to pick from. I wonder if he's a brave dog. Be brave. Or there's today is a good day. Any day where a dog is all wrapped up for the cold and is outside and his expression on his face like that, then it must be a good day. Okay, here wins it. Oh, wonder what his name is. I don't know. He looks like a, I don't know, maybe he looks like a scamp. Or a bongo or a bingo. Okay, so let's do this young lady. She's just got this little bit of black and cream lace that I thought matched quite well with her attitude. So how's that paint gone? Yeah, looks all right. So we've got that there, and then maybe that. Again, just peeking out there. So we'll just put that there. Now let's just put the glue on that way instead of on the that wasn't a good idea, trying to put it on that. Right. I'm not sure that this is going to stick down all that well. And I can't squeeze it. If I squeeze it, I'll squish these little cubes. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it's fine. A little bit down the edge here. Yeah. And Miranda. I think that's what we're going to call her. Miranda. She looks like a Miranda. Don't really know what Mirandas look like, but that's the name that sprung to mind. I'll just pop her in the middle there and hope that she catches enough of those wee squares. There. Right, let's see. She looks like she's got attitude, doesn't it? We're going to put attitude is everything. And I'm just going to put a wee bit extra glue on this one because I can tell this one's not as sticky. Yeah. And again. Here. Right, I think that is us. Let's just push the little bits aside. Let's have a look at the other one. We'll just slip it out. So we can look at the three of them together. Do you have a favourite? Let's put the doggy, I was going to say let's put the doggy in the window, but let's put the doggy in the middle. Yeah, happy with them. Yeah. Favourite for me, well, of course it goes without saying that it has to be the pup, but I think I like the ones with the corrugated card better than that. I think the corrugated card works better, I think. And she doesn't have any of that net and stuff, so that looks maybe, that adds to it. So, yeah. But I guess I like them all equally. Yeah. They've all got something about them. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so thanks for joining me today. If you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.